Well, this evening we do have more cloud cover spilling into the valley from some of the isolated showers that have been popping up along the eastern slopes of the Berkshires. Right now we're checking in the lower 80s, but some spots are cooling into the 70s because of the cloud cover. But overall, it looks like we still have pretty decent conditions here across the lower valley. Now, the shower activity that's happening in the Berkshires and in the hill towns has been very hit or miss. Plus, as it continues to kind of drift eastward, it has been just fizzling out and falling apart. Right now, the most intense shower, not seeing any lightning strikes yet, but is influencing areas down here in southeastern Berkshire County. So around Otis, looks like it is starting to drift eastward a little bit and may enter the hills of Hampden County. Now, year 24 is showing that there is a chance for a stray shower into the valley this evening, but if we do see one, again, it's very isolated. And the trend will likely continue of them falling apart anyway. So patchy clouds through the rest of tonight. Might be a shower or two that tries to redevelop overnight, but again, also very hit or miss. You can see one or two right there try to come through. Overall, it looks like dry conditions to start the day off tomorrow. Temperatures will be back to the upper 50s. A little bit muggy. I think we'll have some scattered cloud cover right as the sun comes up, but then we go almost full sunshine for Wednesday. Now, a couple of changes since yesterday. One, it's trending sunnier, so it's also trending warmer, and temperatures could even overachieve from what the models are showing. So this has us already pulling into the mid 70s by mid-morning. Then as we hit the afternoon, lower to middle 80s, 2 p.m. 85 in Northampton, Westfield, and Springfield. Some upper 80s certainly possible tomorrow as the thicker cloud cover we're expecting ahead of our next weather system stays off to the southwest until tomorrow night. So because of that extended few hours of sunshine, it's just going to lead to a hotter day. Dew points are also going to be just kind of similar to where they are right now, actually, up to about 60 degrees. Nothing crazy, but it is going to make you feel the heat a little bit more tomorrow afternoon. So keep that in mind for your outdoor plans. Especially the timing. The hours between 3 and 5 p.m. are typically our hottest time of the day. Sun angle is strongest around noon, early afternoon, so that's when the sunburn and you're really feeling the sun beat down, but the hottest part comes later in the afternoon. So try to avoid, say, walking the pups during that time. If the kiddos are outside, make sure they're well hydrated, lots of sunscreen, all of that. But some changes are coming. Warm front's going to bring in more cloud cover tomorrow night. Thursday morning, some scattered light showers, then scattered showers and thunderstorms for the afternoon and evening. Nothing severe, but some downpours certainly possible. Then on Friday, it looks like a quiet morning, scattered showers in the afternoon. Saturday, similar. Quiet morning, maybe some spotty showers or a thunderstorm in the afternoon, and then again a repeat on Sunday. So Wednesday's temperatures back into the middle and upper 80s, just as warm as Monday was. Very toasty for everyone in Western Mass. Then Thursday, everyone drops back down to the 70s due to more cloud cover and wet weather. Dew points will be sky high for Thursday and possibly into Friday. Then Friday evening, dew points will start to drop a bit. Upper level low moves overhead this weekend, so dew points will fall, but we still keep that unsettled weather pattern where we're dealing with that late day pop-up shower chance. Temperatures will be in the 70s over the weekend into early next week. Then we start trending a little bit warmer, especially by midweek. Chris and Abby?